I had a dream last night, and in my dream, I dreamt that if I throw all the Asians out of Uganda and gave them only 90 days to leave the country, then my fellow Africans will take over all the existing businesses. My dad was a Ugandan citizen, and the announcement was as such that Idi Amin did not want any Asians in the country, including those who were Ugandan citizenship, whose citizenship were revoked. So it was like for both my parents, it was like a divorce sort of arranged by the president of Uganda, Idi Amin, on their behalf, because there was no way they both could join each other in UK. My mother had a British passport, but her passport had expired. We did not renew it, and so I had to go to Kampala. But before going to Kampala, I had to go to another town called Tororo, which was in the border of Uganda, Kenya, where I had to take my parcels, which had household items, electrical items, to be forwarded to my uncle who is in Kenya. And the army people started taking away things from my suitcases, and I went to the army guy and stopped him from doing his job, taking back the new bed sheet and the toaster and all that which he had taken out of our suitcase. And the army guy came and brought his machine gun under my throat and said that, look, next time you come back asking for your things, I will just shoot you. When I went back to Kampala to get my mother's documents renewed, her passport, I explained to the British embassy that, look, my dad was a Ugandan citizen, but he's also been made stateless. Can he not accompany us? And unfortunately, the staff at the British embassy told me that he can't join you, and they have put a stamp in my mother's passport, which I still got it, which says under no circumstances would your husband be able to join you in Uganda, in United Kingdom for permanent residence. So it was again a very, very sad situation, you know, not knowing where my father would end. But then a few days later, a United Nations staff from Geneva in Switzerland came and opened up an office in one of the buildings in Kampala and started announcing on the radio and television that all the Ugandan Asians who have become stateless come to this office with your Ugandan passport, and we will try and help you out. So I went to United Nations office with my father's Ugandan passport, and they said, okay, we'll give him one-way travel document, and he will end up somewhere in Europe, depending which country in Europe is willing to take him. It was very emotional leaving my dad behind and not knowing what our future could be. Plus, having sat in the plane first time, it was partly excitement, seeing from the plane, but emotional more, and knowing that everyone in that plane was in the same situation. When the plane landed at Heathrow Airport, the door opened, you could feel the cold air coming onto your face, and it was really, really chilly, which we had never seen before in our life. After a week, we got a phone call from my dad, and he told me that he has reached Austria, where he's in a town called Transkitchen, where they have a very big United Nations refugee camp for not only Ugandan Asians, but there are lots of other refugees from all the parts of Europe and other parts of the world where they could not be settled anywhere in Europe. So he was in Austria for 5.5 months, 6 months nearly, and obviously we were worried whether what could happen to us, whether we might have to settle with him in Europe somewhere. How the host society has supported us with picking us from the airport, how sincere they are, how warm they are in their support, how they helped us with free education, supporting us financially. I felt that was a very good welcoming point, and this country has taught me a lot and has made a lot of people prosperous financially, academically. Like I got married in 1982 and have got 2 children who are born here and educated in this country, and they have made a success of their opportunities